Hi, today on the Small Interview Project I'll be talking to Julie Okley from Hair by Julie and Yuck to Kids. Today on the Small Interview Project I'm with Julie Okley from Hair by Julie. How are you, Julie?
Yeah, I'm great, thanks Tony.
That's good. Hair by Julie, tell me a little bit about what it is you do. Obviously you're a hairdresser, I gather.
Yeah.
But tell me about that, and I believe you've got another venture too that I'll ask you about, Yuck to Kids.
Yeah,
so tell me
sure.
about those two.
Yeah, well, the hairdressing is what I actually do.
Right.
It's what I've learned since I was 17.
Okay.
I've found that it's fantastic to have a skill that I can have with the kids being at home and going to school and being a mum, part-time hairdresser, and I've just basically set up a salon at home to help with the flexibility of the hours and controlling my time and cash flow and benefits to the family.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And Yuck to Kids, what's that?
Yuck to Kids is a child safety concept that we actually developed from my son again. He's when he was 4, he wanted to drink fabric softener, and we basically came up with a concept to deter that, to educate him that it means danger, don't touch it, don't drink it, don't play with it. Okay. And so Yuck to Kids was born. We drew the logo, we trademarked it, and now it's going national. Okay, and that's some of the materials you have there? Yes, it is. So this is our proof of concept pack. So that way, basically, we actually went through preschools and other points of contact to verify that it was a good project and it was actually an identifiable logo. And we've got lots of support for that. So it's an educational based concept? It's a visual prompt. Yeah. All right, excellent. Yeah, but we're actually looking at expanding into partnering with a major child safety manufacturer, and we meet with them in June to see whether or not we can do a joint venture. It's a bit exciting. Yeah, it's good. So tell me about, you said when you were 17 when you did hairdressing, so tell me why you went into business. I was actually just thinking about that. I think it was probably ego and challenge and insanity all together, all in one. I think it was just something that I wanted to do and wanted to try. So I looked in the paper and saw a salon was for sale on the other side of Sydney, so we bought it, and didn't look back. Okay, so you've always been sort of, after you got qualified as a hairdresser, you've always been working for yourself, or? Generally across the board. I worked for quite a few chains. I managed price attack stores. I've looked and worked with Michael International Australia in Perth and Sydney. So it's taken me to quite a few states across Australia. Excellent. So it's good. No, it's good. It's always good when you can travel with something you enjoy doing. Yeah, it's great. If you had your time over again, would you do anything differently? Yeah, I'd probably buy houses instead of salons. Right. I think the return's a bit stronger these days, and I think I'd probably be mortgage free by now. Okay. But what about in the business context? Would you do anything different as far as the setup of businesses or the running of the businesses or anything like that? I'd probably start going into the franchising concept. I think that's a good move. Probably expanding as far as more, like more fashionable salons. Just basically expanding along the chain side of things. Okay, excellent. And how long has Yuck to Kids been around? Yuck to Kids was first introduced in 2007. Right. So in that instance, we've been through proof of concept, manufacturing the first initial stages and getting endorsements from Dr. John Irvine. Okay. We've had help by Justin Herald and Sasha Griffin. They're actually quite prominent people. Peter Irvine from Glory of Genes has also helped us on this project. Okay. So we've had quite a few people. Roger Corbett, the former CEO of Westmead Children's Hospitals, also endorsed our Yuck to Kids. So would you do anything differently with that business? I'll probably move a bit faster on it. Right. I think these things it's sort of like that story of like the overnight success. It takes 20 years and it's true. Probably persistence. I opened a salon in between, so it had to stop. Probably relying on myself would be a big thing, because I found that fear is a huge factor. You want to basically get everyone involved, and instead of just getting people involved, you should just have faith in yourself and move forward, because I think that's a big thing that I did, was I was looking for partners a lot where I didn't really actually need them. Okay, no, that's good advice. Which I guess leads me to my next question on what's been your biggest challenge in business? Is it? Myself. Yourself? Yeah. Yeah. And probably lack of direction and lack of systems, lack of a business plan, lack of knowing that I can actually obtain help when I need it. Right. So many people think they have to do it on their own. They look at the end result as opposed to looking at how they can develop the concept and and understanding that it takes time, and it doesn't matter if it's not perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it doesn't have to be absolutely brilliant to get out there. Some of the simplest things work.
Yeah.
Like
you can always develop it later on and build on
exactly.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, being such a busy person with the salon and Yuck Kids, how do you balance working on the business versus in the business?
At this point, I think it's just forward planning. At the moment, I work on both businesses because it's where each business is at.
Yeah.
But in 12 months, I see myself in a very different place. So
Okay.
I see the salon moving into a shop front with an education training arm attached to it.
Okay.
With Yuck Kids, I see a distribution company working with me. So I think leverage is something that's really important that will help me work on the business as opposed to in the business.
So is Yuck Kids a model that will be set up so that it will eventually sort of run itself?
Yeah.
Or yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a sellable business that anyone can own.
Sure.
So it was always set up to sell.
Okay.
So that way it will run without me being the CEO, or with me being the CEO.
Yeah,
So,
excellent. It's a good, good position to have it in.
Mm.
And my final question for you, Julie, is what advice would you have for newbies coming into business, someone who's about to start?
Start drinking and don't panic.
Yeah.
And just honestly, just ask people. I found the best advice was that, whenever I rang an entrepreneur, contacted them through Facebook, rang them personally, they were so happy to see me.
Yeah.
And these people were turning over millions of dollars.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're a phone call away. I'm really lucky now that I've got great connections and networks that I can just make a quick call if I have an idea, and they soon enough tell me if it's worth chasing, or they help me get the process started. So have faith. That'd be my biggest thing. Have faith and go forward. Be persistent.
Okay, excellent. Great advice. Look, Julie, thank you very much for your time and the small interview project. And
thank you.
good luck with everything.
Great. Thanks, Tony.